What's up, yo? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. And man, this is your UFC Vegas 58 recap. Not gonna go live. I didn't stream, but I promise I will be streaming for the next 3 weeks. Obviously, so don't worry about that. But UFC Vegas 58 was a decent card. Man, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I feel like it was a good card, but the fight placement was really weird because we did get finishes. What we got, like one, two, three. Let me look. Four. Oh, we only had 5 finishes on the card, so we had 11 decisions. So yeah, not the greatest thing in the world, but I thought there were good fights on the card. It's just there was a lot of boring fights in between, or like maybe 2 rows of boring fights in between. But yeah, it was just hard to watch, kinda. But besides that, I thought the card was all right. So if I was to give the card a rating, probably a 6 out of 10 or a 5, but it's probably 6. Like, I'd give it a D. I wouldn't give it an F. It's not failing, but yeah, man, really interesting card. We, in terms of picks, we went 7 out of 11. So yeah, I was heartbroken after the main event, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, let's talk about the current jerker of the night, man. Ronnie Lawrence versus Sayukub Kakramanov, man. I'm gonna need to learn how to say that name now. Even though Kakramanov was running his mouth to Gilbert Burns on Twitter, I gotta respect the kid, man. He put a wrestling pace on the guy that puts wrestling paces on everyone else. Man, he put it on Ronnie Lawrence. He looked really good. He didn't lose 1 minute of that fight. He put on a performance, beating Ronnie Lawrence and then Trevin Jones back to back. The kid's actually looking somewhat promising as a talent, and maybe Umar Nurmagomedov deserves some respect for beating him. So, I mean, a shout out to Kakramanov for getting the W here. Next fight, saddest fight for me, Kenny Nutchui versus Carl Roberson. Man, Carl Roberson, to me, is probably one of those kids that, man, should have been a lot better than what he was coming out of the Contender Series. Being a guy that, finished Ryan Spahn, almost hurt. Well, he didn't almost hurt. He hurt Glover Teixeira. Having moments like that, it's just disappointing to see how his career went. He was a top 10 glory kickboxer, and just for him to get treated like the way he's been treated in MMA, it's insane. It's pretty sad. But yeah, man, this is his, what, I think fourth loss in a row, and man, I don't know what to say, man. He's probably gonna get cut, but good. I mean, good performance by Kennedy. Used the wrestling when he needed it. I don't think he's a great wrestler, but the takedowns, it presented himself and used it. And the ground and pound was beautiful, So good on Kennedy right there with that victory. Next fight, David Onyama versus Garrett Armfield. David looks good. He looked good at the end, getting the submission, but he was getting lit up, man. And even my boy Mobley was lighting him up in their fight. He does possess power, and he's a good grappler, but man, I saw his ceiling, and that's how I feel about a lot of these guys on this card. I saw everyone's ceiling, almost, see where they're going to go. The one guy that I felt like I did see his ceiling in the main event, and we'll talk about him, he completely surpassed my expectations, and I'll praise him. And yeah, man, so yeah, man, David Onyama, man, good victory by him via submission, but it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. Next fight, Antonina Schefchenko versus Courtney Casey. I see some people complaining about this was a robbery. I'm sorry, y'all. My stream cut out when I was watching this, and I didn't feel like fixing it, so I went to go do the dishes, and sadly, I wasn't able to watch these great two females go to battle and give us a classic. But Antonina Schefchenko won. The pick was right, so I can't be mad about it. But apparently, some people are saying it was a robbery, so it is what it is. Cody Brundage KO Trishan Gore, man, that was bad, man, for Trishan, man. And Trishan talked a lot of trash before the fight, saying all he can do is wrestle. And during the face-off, he said, "Oh, you're gonna shoot," and yeah, he gets knocked out. And Brundage, I could care less about the guy. I think the guy is a little too talkative. But hey, bro, like I don't know, like do I gotta show him the William Knight fight or something? Like, it is what it is. He gets the KO victory over Trishan Gore. I feel bad for the kid on the low, but I mean, he got caught with a beautiful shot, so good on Cody Brundage. Then we start off with the main card, and we start off with the fight of the fucking night: Michael Johnson versus Jamie Mullarkey. Man, nothing but respect to both guys. I thought Michael either won or it should have been a draw. It depends on how you score that first round. The first round was really, really, really close. They both hurt each other, and I scored it at 10-10, so I ended up scoring the whole fight a draw. It was a really close fight. But yeah, man, it was a great scrap. Michael hurts him, right? Then Jamie hurts him. Second round, Jamie starts unloading on Michael Johnson, and Michael Johnson almost had like a storytelling moment in this fight where, like, normally you see that happen in the second round, it's over for Michael, right? He had his opportunity in the first round, it's usually over, right? And for some odd reason, Michael found a second win and just went back and just put on a clinical performance in that third round, combo after combo, landing beautiful punches, landing hooks. He figured out Jamie's timing, and I thought he won that third round in a beautiful fight. But at the end of the day, it was a close fight. I don't think Michael got robbed. I think we as fans got treated to a great fight on a subpar. My bad, couldn't talk for a second. Subpar card, right? And I think we should be happy we saw a great fight instead of complaining all the time. And that's the problem with MMA fans. We always goddamn complain. And I'm going to try to stop doing that, even myself. Even I do it, right? It's natural. But yeah, man, it was a great fucking fight. Obviously, I would have liked to see my boy get the W. But, man, what a fucking banger. You can't really be mad about that. But what was I going to say? Yeah, but, like, just the storytelling of it, right? Just the moment that Michael overcame his cardio issues, right, and almost his mental issues of not quitting in that fight. It was beautiful. It was almost similar when Jeremy Stephens, if you remember, when he fought Jose Aldo, right, he gets caught with the body punch, right, then he fights Yair Rodriguez. Yair hits him with the body kick. He could have quit to the same situation, right? He got back up and he finished the fight. So it's always moments like that. You're like, man, obviously Michael isn't as good as he used to be, but, man, he's still growing as a fighter, and he's still trying to get better. You got to respect it. Both guys gave us a classic, and, yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully, I don't know. I obviously, I'd love to see Michael retire. That is, well, I mean, he's too young. I wouldn't say he shouldn't retire. Nah, I don't think he should retire. But I don't know if Michael can really, if he can do what he used to. He was number 5 when he fought Justin Gaethje. I don't think he could ever get back there. So, I don't know. But, I mean, hey, I'd like to see Michael take those matchups like Alan Patrick, guys like that guys he can beat, guys that will stand with him and not going to try to take him down all the damn time. So, yeah, give him some nice fights. And I'm really happy for Michael that he's fighting like this, man. There was a time where he was losing fight after fight. And it was getting really sad to see. But, yeah, it is what it is. Enough about Michael Johnson. Then Amin Zahabi ends the clown run of Ricky Turquoise, man. Your yelling and your karate noises did not work, my brother. Zahabi showed you some counter-striking. Ariel Helwani's twin brother showed him the power of the cross, and he sent his ass home packing. Good on Zahabi. He did that one for the people. Jared Van Deer versus Chase Sherman was a really good fight. Chase gets the knockout victory. I actually thought Jared was kind of doing well in that third round, and then he got caught, and then he just he didn't know what to do, and he just curled up in the fetal position. And then it was actually a really good fight. But, it's like, I remember one of my friends told me this. It's like when you have two, oh, man, I don't want to say it the way he said it. This is PG eBay out here. When you have two trash people going at it, it's going to make it look good. But they just trash. It's still trash versus trash. But they just made it look good. So it is what it is. Chase Sherman, good on him for getting the W there. But I don't see him doing anything past that. Douglas Silva de Andrade versus Said Nurmagomedov was actually a really good scrap. It was pretty close, man. I gave it to Said, but it depends on... I wasn't sure what happened in that second round. If it was a knockdown for Douglas, I probably would have given it to Douglas Andrade. But it was a really good scrap. Douglas is a fun fighter. Said looked really good. His distance management was good. His kicks were fun. But I still think, again, I saw his ceiling too. I don't think he's going to be that great. I think there's limitations to his game. And if you put the right amount of pressure on him, it doesn't seem like he can do what he's been doing to a lot of other guys. And obviously, I know he beat Stamen, but I don't think he's going to do that to every single guy. And obviously, he didn't do it to Andrade. So it is what it is. And then Borello versus Armin Petrosyan. Barella, I think that's how you say his name or whatever. He looked the free spirit guy. Very similar performance to his debut. Takedown, get the back, and just hold there. He's decent. I wasn't really too impressed. But the problem is middleweight is so trash. I could see him actually getting kind of high, maybe top 10 or lower 15. He called out Dricus Duplessis after beating Armin Petrosyan. Shame on Greg Rodriguez for losing to that guy, by the way, but that's besides the point. But yeah, like I was saying, he called out Dricus Duplessis. I could actually see him beating Dricus Duplessis. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can do that to everyone. I don't think you can just take everyone down with the same double leg over and over again and then get someone's back and do absolutely nothing with his back, you know? He's a good grappler. Don't get it twisted. With control and getting the back, it's really good. It's going to be a good position for him to get, and he can get a bunch of 10-8s that way with the way scoring is being done. But, I mean, I don't see him going that far. No disrespect to Mr. Free Spirit, the bizarro version of Paulo Costa, but yeah. But, I mean, him versus Dricus is a good fight, though. And let's talk about the main event, man. I'm going to praise Fiziev right now. I said for a long time Fiziev was a fraud. Man, he put on a clinical performance against Rafael dos Anjos, a legend. That was amazing what he did there. The takedown defense was on point. I still think he's a low output fighter, and I think he can be beat. But that was a really good performance against a legit dude who was really on good momentum to go try to win a championship. And I was impressed. I'm not no Fiziev fan, but man, he earned my respect today, man. That was a legit win. And that knockout, I thought Dos Anjos won the third and fourth round. The third was really close, but I thought that, you know, the cage control and everything might have edged it to Dos Anjos. Then the big takedown in the fourth. So I was looking at a situation maybe 2-2 or 3-1 Fiziev. But I don't know. Maybe it was just the hater in me that was giving Dos Anjos 2-2. Then this guy, which could have been a situation where he was 3-1 in a fifth round, decides to, I'm going to knock this guy out. And he got it. And now do I think, I blame the corner though, low-key, for the knockout, because they got Rafael dos Anjos kind of riled up and they told him, hey, go for it. And I think it kind of almost put himself in a bad situation where instead of just shooting at that moment, he got caught with a beautiful shot. And I mean, the last guy to finish Dos Anjos was Eddie Alvarez. Knockout, you know? That says a lot. You know, as much as I might not like Fiziev or his fans or the new wave mentality, I mean, you got to respect that, man. And this kid's good. He's legit. He gained my respect today. He's a legit contender. I put him in the same echelon as those guys like Armin and Gamrot. At first, I didn't. I didn't give him that respect. But today, he earned it, man. He really did. He is just as good as those guys. Obviously, he's more on the striking side of things. But, man, that was a beautiful, beautiful performance by him. And he didn't let the momentum of RDA just end his night. He landed a beautiful shot. You know, it was great. And he finished the fight where he needed to finish it. And he made a statement. Out of every single lightweight that has competed, he's made the biggest statement. Right? He made a bigger statement than Armin and Gamrot. Doing that to RDA means something. Actually, I want to see him versus Justin Gaethje more than I want to see Gamrot versus Justin Gaethje. Just saying. But, yeah. Phenomenal performance by him. Nothing but respect. Fiziev fans, if you want to talk shit, go ahead. But, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, rest up easy. RDA, man, you put on a good... I didn't think he performed bad. I thought he was performing really good. He did his thing, man. Respect to him. And yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was all right to me. It did last a little long, but it is what it is. What can you do, man? But they gave us a great main event. And yeah, and we had a great fight in Michael Johnson and Jamie Malarkey. So yeah, besides that, like, comment, and share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Subscribe. Go click the notification button so you get all my notifications. Follow my Twitter and my Instagram. Love y'all and goodbye.